俺の歌をなんで聞き上がらねえんだ。俺の歌が聞けねえってのか。
やってくれるだろう。少しはやるようだね。
傷の弁償はしてもらうからな。
このままじゃ袋のネズミね。戦の中で死ねるなんて最高だ。これで終わりだな。
姉さん、俺はここまでなんだ。今回ったな、俺も。
私が負ける？そんなバカな。どうここまでなのにね。
ドジ踏んじまった。
このままじゃ袋のネズミね。これで終わりよ。やるな。
Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. How we all doing tonight? Technically, Super Robo Sunday, since it is Sunday in Australia, but no. This isn't Super Robos either. This is real Robos. Well, it's reasonably real Robos. Ignoring that most of the transformation mechanics in a Valkyrie would cause it to fall to pieces in the sky. Oh god, what a day. So, how many people are aware of the bad news? Because that's why we hear fucking Harmony Gold re-upped their licensing agreement. So Macross is dead in the West for an indefinite length of time. We were all hoping 2021 March it would be free, but no. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Is will this work? No. There.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.
Surprisingly on point. actually. Surprisingly on point. Oh, God. Yeah, so, Harmony Gold, okay, so, they haven't expanded their license, they've just extended the existing one, which means they still have the design rights to all of the Valkyries from the original SDF Macross, Southern Cross, and Mospeada. Not that they're doing anything with the designs from Southern Cross or Mospeada, but it's part of the licensing agreement. They've also got licensing on like most of the main character designs from the original Macross. So, you know, all your main cast can't be used by anyone but them outside of Japan, which is what fucks a lot of things up. Yeah. I'm at this point, I'm fucking... I was originally joking about, like, saying the fucking Harmony Gold guy must have some dirt on someone from Tatsunoko. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, actually, maybe. Because they would have met mid-80s. And, Japan was pretty wild in the mid-80s. So maybe he actually does have some dirt on one of the Tatsunoko execs. And I mean, Tatsunoko themselves are pretty fucking shady. Like, they've been in some shady business, so I actually legitimately wouldn't be surprised if there was some shady bullshit going on in the background. Because that's the only thing I can think to explain it at this point. I got nothing. Like, everywhere online has been like, fuck Harmony Gold. There has been next to no positive reaction from anyone about this. Everyone is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, fuck off. I'm surprised, actually, at just how negative the reaction has been. I would have expected at least some defenders, but it has been almost entirely negative. Which, yay, people agree with me? Question mark? Anyway, as the description for this here video says, I will be joined by my good friend Mr. B00ZE. Unfortunately, I don't actually have anything to mix my rum with, and this is not an occasion for top shelf scotch, so I've got, the, how do you call it, basic bitch, white girl drunk, booze, Fireball, which is, cinnamon whiskey, which, that's good for shots. Did I link this to the people? I think I did. I haven't even started drinking, I'm already like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know that feeling, Torsh. As I mentioned before, the wedding I was at recently, I had very little to drink. Similar sort of reasoning. Alright, I gotta... This stuff is, like, sort of sticky, as sort of mentioned. It's cinnamon whiskey, so you don't wanna get it anywhere. It's not as bad as, my other favorite thing to do shots of, either Jägermeister or, Sambuca. That shit, you get that anywhere and you forget to clean it, you're gonna regret it in the morning. Anyway, first one down the hatch, bottoms up, kampai. Ooh. I do. I know it's like, as I said, basic bitch stuff, but I do so like me the cinnamon whiskey. Anyway, now I need to remember how to play video game. Also, what do people want? Campaign-wise, I will do either the original SDF Macross campaign or the Triangle Triangle? Yes. The Frontier campaign. These are all gonna be clear from when I've streamed this before, for the most part. We've played this game a lot over the years. Alright, so we got, what, 2 votes for original, 1 vote for triangle. Oh, don't let them bully your day. Oh, if triangle, fucking Jesus. Frontier is good. SDF is good. Y'all know me by this point. I'm down with both. This is gonna be a little bit romper stompy because this is on, as I said, the save I've been using for every time I've streamed this over the years. So most of these, like, are gonna have pretty built-up Valkyries. I'll try to pick something that isn't overpowered from the roster. Alright, we got, what, three votes OG, 1 vote Frontier. I'll give it just a moment more, and then we'll jump in. Too mad to choose. Fair enough. Understandable. I was tossing up doing some Skull Leader, but the Skull Leader I don't know well enough to just be doing random jump-in stream of for a couple of hours, especially not with the alcohols. Whereas this, I can probably play this with much alcohol. This is not a hard game, and I'm reasonably familiar with it at this point. Alright, I think we're going with the OG. No worries. Hang on, I've got my big old data sheet here. Where are you? There we are. Let's pull that up in case I need it. All the upgrade menus and whatnot. Yeah, okay, this is all just combo face buttons and shoulder buttons to do the fun stuff. Alright. Okay, yeah, there is, like, just I could play as the Macross. That, no. As funny as that sounds, it's actually not that fun to play as. We've done some silly shenanigans with that before. Why do I have an armored Valkyrie way upgraded? What? What's going on there? Is this a pack thing? Can I turn the... Oh, I suppose you purge the pack. I'm just trying to work out what I've done developmental. Yeah, okay, you can pick your different packs. That's why. All right, so we'll just go with the 1J, no pack. Have we pushed this to the point where I can cheese? Not quite. We can't. I probably am far enough into Dimension Break. I just can't remember how to do it. Which one's which? One of these is gonna be DYRL Min-Mei, and the rest... I'm not actually sure. Alright.
VF1 Valkyrie 発進スタンバイ
That's quite loud. Turn that down just a little bit. Actually, I can't remember if there's a way to... Hang on. Put it into, like, proper story mode rather than just, mission play mode. Because there is a way to put it into sort of a pseudo story mode where it does like an intro and an outro and all that. Oops, that's not the right button. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the quick start button. I suppose, like, when you're not really missing much if we don't get the intro scroll. It's basically just the intro to the original Macross. The ASS-1 crashed down on Macross Island. Macross City was built up around it. 10 years later, the Zentradi showed up. Shit went bad. Is this the... Oh god, I can't remember the menus. That's embarrassing. No, okay, that's free play. Macross 2 is in this. Most people don't even remember Macross 2 exists. Is this, X-Gear mode? Yeah, that's X-Gear mode. Or dating sim mode would probably be the better way to call it. I don't actually know how to play the dating sim mode. It is the, like, new feature for Triangle Frontier version of this. Is that... That's the right button. There we go. I knew there was a button in it for it in here somewhere. Oh, that just does that. That doesn't really help. Alright. I guess we don't get the intro and outro sequences. Oh well. I can fill in the plot anyway. It's not like none of you all know the plot to the original Macross at this point. As I said, the plot to this is the ASS-1 crashed into Macross Island. Humanity spent 10 years developing it into the SDF-1 and building the Valkyrie tech off of the tech that they found on the ASS-1. The story here may seem familiar to you if you're familiar with the OG's plot from Super Robot Wars, because this is basically where the Meteor 1, 2, and 3 stuff is stolen from.
飛行部隊接近中だ。
And yeah, at this point, the Zentradi fleet has detected.
敵影を確認した。
Well, they were searching for the ASS-1, and they've detected that it is on Earth. And I don't think the main gun has fired yet. I can't remember at which point the main gun fires. But I'm pretty sure the anti-grav generators have already failed.
目標本艦前方 30km 海上に着水した模様だぞ。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。俺を満足させるやつはいないのか。なかなかやるな。
The PSP is such a good system. Holy shit. So many good games.
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
ファッションの差だよ。まあ当然の結果。
As things will be a little stompy because we're in a somewhat stacked VF1J when you'd normally be in like a, I don't know, a fucking trainer at this point. I don't even know.
VF1 バルキリー。
If we burn through this way too fast, I'll run something else as well.
一線を越えられそうだぜ。
Because I'm just using the save that I've used every time I've streamed this over the years. Yeah, okay. So the main gun hasn't fired yet. We're just at the initial assault.
民間人を乗せたバルキリーを護衛しろ。
え、敵だって？
さあグズグズするな。行くぞ。
It's Hikaru in his borrowed
作戦が始まる。
was it VF1D? The trainer one? I don't know if he's picked up Minmay yet. But he's having a bad time.
敵だ。直ちに迎撃しろ。
Stunt pilot used to piloting freaking prop planes suddenly thrown into advanced military fighter jet.
敵影を確認したぞ。
新手か。
全艦浮上開始。
God, the Macross soundtrack is so good. Not that Regals would stand much against the Valkyries anyway. The glow, that's a bit more. As I said earlier, Torsh, as funny as it would be to play as the Macross, it's really boring.
重力制御システム。
目標の防衛くらい成功させて当たり前だ。
ファッションの差だよ。まあ当然の結果だな。
作戦完了。帰還する。
As basically a day, it's just awkward. Yep, most unfortunately... Well, you know what? Okay, if we're gonna run... Hang on, I'll run it for this map. This is gonna be pretty silly, but here we go. This is a short map.
SDF-1 マクロス発進スタンバイ。
期待だけじゃねえ。俺のコンディションも最高だ。
SDF-1 発進スタンバイ。This is at least an appropriate map. I think the Macross itself will also be on this map. This is where they first work out the humanoid transformation function. Yeah, I've got a thread of that panel open at the moment, Day. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. Yeah, there's the actual, like the AI controlled. Yeah, this is why this thing's ridiculous. It just fires out huge waves of missiles, or like the SPAC attack cannon. And you can also, of course, it's just very difficult to hit any of the smaller targets. Hit us! Attack! Never gonna hit anything. This is, as I said, it's a really cool little feature to include. But much like playing the Psycho and the Psycho Mark II in the Gundam Versus games, it just results in silliness where you can't actually. Yeah, exactly. Nova and I did a co-op of the Kakizaki special map, where you fight Kakizaki in every variant of the Valkyrie that's in the game, and we deployed in the SDF-1 and the Quarter, and it didn't go well. Like, we're probably going to time out just because we're not able to actually hit anyone. I just laid down on him. I forget how to, Oh, that's the pinpoint barrier. That's not what I was on. I'm not actually sure how to fire the main gun.
残り時間あと1分だ。
遠慮するなよ。
Okay, yeah, triangle cross. There we go. Oh my, it's one of those beam specials. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, makes sense. Just also hard to aim.
眠れ。
とっておきを見せてやる。
地獄を見な。
残り時間あと30秒。
Seriously going to run out of time?
残り時間あと10秒だ。
My animation won't even finish before the timeout.
撤退命令が出た。戦役
Oh, it's okay. It's just to survive. Fair enough. I think we won.
全艦トランスフォーメーションを開始したぞ。
I beat you to it, Macross.
主砲発射。
ミッションコンプリート。さあ帰ろう。俺たちの場所へ。
やれやれといったところか。
Yes, that is why we do not play as the Macross class ships. As funny as it is, it's just not fun as such.
VF1 バルキリー発進スタンバイ。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。神経が研ぎ澄まされていくのがわかる。行くぞ。
さあ、気を抜くなよ。
デストロイド隊との合同演習を行うぞ。
俺やるよ任命。
テストを開始するぞ。絶対
I
に
think this is a
失敗する
training
なよ。
mission.
分かったか。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。
Enemies as good at abusing iframes from their super attacks as you are.
さすがだね。次はいらねえよ。
敵へ確認。演習機だ。
来たな。こっちからは丸見えだぜ。待って。
Honestly, half the fun of this game is you can like co-op play, and I think with PSP emulation you can probably co-op play online these days. Though I don't know how. I think this game has problems emulating.
雑魚だな。
フォッカーだ。作戦を開始する。見つけたぞ。
見つけたぜ。
What was the
激連か。
yeah, that's the name of it.
チェ、生き残ることだけを考えろ。もう少し楽しもうぜ。
まだまだ。
手は抜かなくていいぞ。意外と優しいんだ。攻め方。 シャワーツ。
するな。
ドジ踏んじまった。
テ
I think the Minmay, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it's just a buff for your guys, debuff for the enemy.
腕を上げやがって。
アクションの差だよ。まあ当然の結果だな。
I'll try the other Minmays out to see if they have different music. I can't remember if they do. I don't think I should be unlocking anything at this point. This is the
VF1 バルキリー発進スタンバイ。
this is the sneak attack in the rings. Can't remember. I think they did it. It was like they hid inside the rings and jump out as a way to surprise the enemy and then bop them with the Daedalus attack. Oh, the Macross warped off of Earth to Pluto and then has been slowly making its way back from Pluto to Earth. They attempted to use the fold engine and, well, the fold engine worked. It just also folded half of Macross Island and the surrounding sea along with them. I'm the best storyteller. I forget to tell the story.
敵だ。強力な攻撃を仕掛けてくる恐れがあるぞ。敵はこっちか。
見つけたぜ。やらしい攻め方だな、おい。オーケー。熱いファイトだった。さすがだね。
敵の反応をキャッチした。
This game does sort of nail the Macross missile massacre really well. You can just shit missiles out for days.
強力な攻撃方法を持った敵が接近しているぞ。
目標発見。
Alright, so what does... And see what happens. You don't see the Nos Gelders very often, the male version of the Quadrant Ray. I can never remember how to pronounce it properly, but yeah, it's mostly just the female variants.
撤退命令が出た。戦域から早く離脱しろ。
I suppose,
ダイダロスアタック。
Miria and the Meltronti fleet are to blame for that. That, and I suppose Clan in later.
Mission complete! さあ帰ろう。俺たちの場所へ。
作戦完了。帰還する。
Yeah, the guy I'm playing as is like the Englishy guy. I think this is... Booby Trap? Yeah, this is Mars.
VF1 バルキリー発進スタンバイ。
So after more skirmishes, the SDF-1 manages to make its way to Mars, where they hit up the Mars base to pick up supplies. And, yeah, well, as I said, a trap of calms him. The Zentradi fleet uses a gravity mine to basically cause the Macross to be stuck to the planet's surface. And, I believe Misa, if I recall correctly, goes in to disable. Well, actually, we might not be up to the gravity mine yet. We might just be doing supply runs for the moment. Gravity mine might come later. Oh, I dropped target.
熱源反応確認。
Yeah, there are more than just kill everything missions in this. Not often, but you do get these container grab missions. Zero has a really awkward one that's just like, wait, what? Like, there's a container grab mission in the Zero campaign that's just like, why are you here? What is your purpose? You have nothing to do with the Zero story. You just needed a stage to fill out. The FedEx mission at least makes story sense here. Like this is actually like what's happening plot-wise. They land on Mars, as I said, to pick up supplies. Yeah, there you go.
早瀬注意の救助に向かえ。 敵戦闘部隊多数高速接近中だ。
目標発見。
早瀬注意の救助に成功したぞ。
ありがとう。
If I recall correctly, she's able to successfully disable the gravity mine, but then gets all emo over her dead pseudo-boyfriend. Welcome to the Macross story turned massively on fast forward. very poorly. God, if we do the the Frontier campaign, I'm gonna have to remember how the Frontier story goes. I know the movie story, but I haven't actually watched the original Frontier series in a long time. Oops. What did I do? Press the wrong button, that's shocked me. Now I've got to remember what's going on. Is this the Miss Macross? I think this is the Miss Macross map? Yes, because I can actually read that, and that says Miss Macross. Okay. So, we've got to... Where's the armor pack? Got to do this properly. This is the first episode you get to see the VF1 armored in. Did I equip the... I did.
VF1 バルキリーアーマードパック装備を許可してやる。
期待だけじゃねえ。俺のコンディションも最高だ。
First and last. Fair point.
神経が研ぎ澄まされていくのがわかる。
This is where the idol meme is first born, and poor Hikaru, who wants to be at the Miss Macross competition, watching his pseudo girlfriend sing, gets deployed on patrol, and then while watching the Miss Macross televised event on his comms, instead of listening to orders from the ship itself, these guys rock up.
いいえ、恋人と呼べるほどの人はまだ。お友達ならたくさんいますけど。
チャンネル D3 に切り替えて。
I think I'm actually going to have to purge, because I ain't gonna be able to catch it in the armored pack. That's embarrassing. Alright.
あ、いえ、お兄さんみたいないとこがいましたから。
あら、やっぱり D3 に変えてもダメみたい。まったくどうなってんのかしら。
To be fair, something similar happens in the episode as well. The armored pack doesn't last long. Though, that was more out of Hikaru getting shot to shit, if I recall correctly. Ooh, no thank you. Have flares. All the flares. Oh, really? The special?
珍しい攻め方だな、おい。
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。もうダメだと思ってました。本当に夢を見ているみたいです。
ミッションコンプリート。さあ帰ろう、俺たちの場所へ。
作戦完了。帰還する。
Not actually sure what's next. I think this is an engagement with the Braytai fleet.
VF1
Ah,
キリ
I left the armored pack on.
許可してやる。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。神経が研ぎ澄まされていくのがわかる。行くぞ。
さ、気を抜くなよ。
キャッツアイに同行して敵戦艦の偵察に向かえ。
作戦を開始します。
I can't remember why
了解。
the cat's eye is deployed on a scanning mission. But we end up bumping into the Braytai fleet.
作戦が始まる。しっかりと結果を残せよ。
Now, if you want a real mindfuck, look up how Braytai is spelt.
集中力を切らさないようにしろよ。敵の増援だ。強力な攻撃に注意しろ。
敵はこっちか。見つけたぜ。
自分の身くらい自分で守るわ。
俺を満足させる奴はいないのか。やりますね。
I mean, it is a perfectly legitimate spelling, because it's a fictional language, but Jesus. God, the music's good. This isn't even like the vocal track, and it's great. So let's switch to Dumbfire. Better here, since we're just broadsiding a battleship. Yeah, this could actually get copyright by Harmony Gold. Be interesting to see, because I'm not actually sure in this specific case, because I'm not using the likenesses in any sort of commercial endeavor. Alright, so which...
歌います。
They're not even doing anything with the IP.
潜入しろ。
全力で攻撃だ。行け。了解。了解。
おい、作戦開始だぞ。
You board the enemy battleship, and their dudes in armor are as big as your fucking mechs.
目標確認。
It's not even in armor, just in like normal suits. Actually, the Zentradi, like, they're probably a bit more than just normal suits. But
もう逃げられんぞ。
敵機撃破。
直してこい。
unfortunately, Max's Valkyrie in trench coat is not a thing in this game, which is a big shame.
この程度問題ない。
I think it is one of the loading screens, though, if I recall correctly.
なかなかやるね。
And this is how fucking badass Breitai is. He doesn't even have a fucking spacesuit on. He just comes at you with a metal pole.
もう逃げられんぞ。おお、タフだね。
まだやられるわけにはいかない。
痛そうだけど大丈夫？
これしき。生き残ることだけを考え。 さすがだね。
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
And yeah, as Nova said, the Breitai with metal pipe is playable.
クールダウンしたら基地に戻る。以上。
作戦完了。
This game has an obscene amount of content. It is a lot of fun. It needs very... Oh, Max in the trench coat is playable. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, like I would recommend this to any Macross fan without any hesitation. You need very little understanding of Japanese to be able to play this. This is not a complicated game. Obviously, the plot, it's not like... If you want to experience the plot of the series, this is not the thing to go for. This is the story very much on fast forward and mostly assumes you already know going in what the story is. But just like as a video game, it's a lot of fun. I believe SS is the highest rank. Now this time the armored pack is actually not a bad idea, since we're doing the, I think it's the breakout sequence? After, Yeah, this is the breakout sequence after... Who got captured? Hikaru, Misa... Max wasn't captured, he's still at large in his Valkyrie. And I think Kakazaki, Misa, and Hikaru. But essentially you turn this from a one-man badass Max operation into a Max plus 2 goobers.
この巨人たちはもともとは私たちと同じサイズだったんじゃないかしら。
Oh god, we've got to do... I suppose I've got crazy powerful Valkyries, but we've got to do the mission on this campaign. I forgot about that.
そして観察軍という名の敵と戦うために自分たちの体を大きく強く改造していったのだ。
Yeah, so... what was basically Hikaru, Risa, and Kakazaki were captured by the Zentradi and then taken back to the Zentradi main fleet and essentially examined and interrogated because the Zentradi don't know what the fuck these Myclons are about. And Risa drops some proto-culture on them by making out with Hikaru, which freaks them the fuck out. And unlike Robotech, the proto-culture actually makes sense in this. It's not some weird, unknown energy generator. It's literally proto-culture, as in like original culture. Because the Zentradi basically don't have a culture. They are bred and designed exclusively for war. I don't actually remember what the Zentradi were bred to fight. Was it the Proto-Devlin? Or was it something else? But because of the sort of infinite creation nature of the big satellites, asteroids, I'm not quite sure how you call them. The Zentradi have like star forges essentially that just continuously produce ships, weapons, and whatnot, so they just continuously are able to fight. Yeah, Supervision Army, that's right. Because of course the ASS-1 is a Supervision battleship.
Mission complete. さあ帰ろう。俺たちの場所へ。
なかなかの出来ってやつだな。
Oops. Pour another drink, I think. Probably want to throw that armored pack off now. I'd take the super pack out for a spin. I have a model kit of one of these that I really need to build. I suppose that's a statement I could make about many things, isn't it?
Sa, 気を抜くなよ。
戦闘準備完了。これより本艦も援護を行うぞ。おい、作戦開始だぞ。
Yeah, the music's so good.
しっかりと結果を残せよ。
Now this thing does have its lasers.
反応を確認。敵艦の増援だ。
むしろ盛り上がってきた。
主砲発射。
The enemy battleships are starting out weakened in a lot of cases because the Macross is firing off the main cannon on rapid fire. Much tankier. I sure know what the wood means, but
どうやら目標を
this
撃破
case
で
is
きたよ
saying
うだ。
I remember that.
帰ってきたの
The boy
ね。
you must
地球へ。
cut. Do you remember, love? Should learning Japanese with Macross.
やれやれといったところか。
You learn to read fucking katakana with Macross, that's for sure. Macross is the reason I know the katakana for Makurosu.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパーク装備を許可してやる。
テンション上がりっぱなしだ。楽しいな、おい。神経が研ぎ澄まされているのがわかる。行くぞ。
さあ、気を抜くなよ。
敵ポット軍多数降下接近中。
I can't remember if this is when Miria first attacks. I think it is. Oh, this is shortly after re-entry.
さて、行きますか。
Rather obviously.
よし行こう。やってやるぞ。
作戦を開始しろ。絶対に失敗するなよ。分かったか？
捕らえた。もう逃げられんぞ。終わったか。次。やりますね。さすがです。
For some reason I can't go plane mode? Can the super pack not do plane mode in Atmo?
敵の増援を多数確認。
Maybe.
注意しろ。
God, the music is so good.
捕らえた。もう逃げられんぞ。終わったか。次。
ご苦労だったな。
The giant battleship that just spawned on us. That's, I'm pretty sure, the Melchandi.
ミサイル接近。ピンポイントバリア展開。第2、冬の第5副砲塔がやられた。即時修理不可能だ。
might be getting ahead of himself. The Meltrandi attack should be happening about now. I don't remember if there was additional forces there as well. Okay, no, it's still just Kamjin. Oh! Oh, there. Oh, that's right. He was ordered to like back the fuck off, and she's here to pull him back. I do like the special on the super pack. She's strong. Yeah, okay. I think it's just a case of the super pack can't flight mode in atmosphere. That's odd. Can you pick your buddies up in this one? Yes, you can. Oh, you can in the later engine, but I couldn't remember if you could in this engine. The later engine being Macross 30 and the 2 Frontier games in PS3. One of these days, I need to get the PS3 Frontier games. They're nothing special. They're just more of this, except they're the Frontier movie stories in this engine. Which, this has the first Frontier movie story. But the only way for the second Frontier movie is the combo BD they released. That hurt. Alrighty. Umpire.
なかなかの出来ってやつだな。
If the super pack can't flight, I'd probably just stick to standard. Well, I suppose the super pack is just an extra health bar. Alright, this is the mission I was thinking of. I got ahead of myself. I forgot about Kamjin. This is the Miria mission. Not the Miria mission, but this is the Miria mission. Oh? Yes. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh. Right. Right.
作戦を開始しろ。ちょっと不安もあるけど、私も一生懸命頑張るわ。今回の作戦は長くなりそうだな。集中力を切らさないようにしろよ。 敵の増援だ。強力な攻撃に注意しろ。
目標発見。捕らえた。もう逃げられんぞ。
作戦に集中しろ。もちろんであります。
Some goes, you can get some odd, funny interactions with
大勢
getting too close to enemy and doing melee shenanigans.
ごめんなさいと言え。
クソ。
さすがにこれはオーケー。熱いファイトだった。
いい腕してますね。さすがです。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。優しいんだな。やってくれるじゃ
And
な
I
い。
just took all that to my face. There goes my super pack.
そうだ。俺を楽しませてくれ。
無茶はするな。
終わったか。次。
やりますね。さすがです。
敵の主力と思われる戦艦を確認した。破壊しろ。
空手か。
Yeah. Fuck how many gold is the general consensus, methinks.
さすがにこのままだとまずいぞ。
気が回ったか。俺も。
少佐、機種が下がっています。大丈夫ですか？
Don't worry. Roy's fine. Nothing can stop him. He's the best.
さあ、その凄腕というやつは。
さあ、始めよう。
あいつか。
おい、作戦開始だぞ。
遊んでやる。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。
あ、まずい。
このままだとまずいぞ。
Alpha Gaiden doesn't have a lot of Macross music in it. It does have Dogfight for the Mac Plus units, which is super cool. Because Dogfight is licensing bullshit. So the fact that they got a rendition of it, and a really good one at that, for Alpha Gaiden is just fucking great.
手は抜かなくていいぞ。
I don't actually remember what the DYRL units get in Alpha Gaiden. They probably get Dogfighter? I don't know. What's up?
抵抗しても無駄だよ。
そこだ。
Well, you won't find the frog here.
戦の中で死ねる。最高だ。
失礼。
Australia weather's probably a little too
どう
warm
や
for
ら
him.
目標を撃破できたようだ。
ミッションコンプリート。さあ帰ろう。俺たちの場所へ。
やれやれといったところか。
I don't think there's any Macross games on the 3DS. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Alright. Oh no, this isn't the one? Question mark? Is this still City Assault?
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。神経が研ぎ澄まされていくのがわかる。
It looks like a VR stage. The VR stage is the one I'm concerned about.
油断はするなよ。はい、分かってます。
ああ、俺のステーキが。
Oh,
新型バリア
this
シス
is
テム急速展
this is
開。
Kakizaki's map.
全方位バリア作動。
バリアが破られる前に少しでも敵を倒せ。おい、作戦開始だぞ。
Gold is
これくらいの作
plus.
戦成功させてみろよ。
This is just the original DYRL campaign. I don't think Gold's even born yet. He's a half-breed, right? So he can't be born yet.
これくらいならお手のもんだ。
俺だって。
The Macross is trying out its experimental
直ちに迎撃し
full
ろ。
barriers tech.
来た来た。
Previously, it only had the pinpoint barrier system, which was small, strategically deployed shields. Now it has the all-encompassing shield. We're over a random city because there was nowhere on Earth that was willing to accept the Macross refugees. So the Macross has just sort of been randomly wandering about Earth, trying to find somewhere that'll take them in. I believe the Earth Federation wanted the Macross to just fuck off back to space. They were like, nah, we're just gonna fly around until someone takes our refugees in. This being very different from DYRL. In DYRL, the initial Zentradi attack on Earth blasted the planet. But the original Macross, there's still... most of the planet's still up.
全バルキリー隊に次ぐ地球遠方に退避せよ。繰り返す。地球遠方に退避せよ。
バリアが爆発するぞ。逃げろ。
Yeah, and now the barrier has absorbed too much energy and shit goes wonk.
早く逃げるんです。
楽勝楽勝。
ダメです。間に合いません。
Rest in pepperonis, Kakazaki.
敵残存部隊がないようだ。
ミッションコンプリート。
Alpha has Macross, Alpha Gaiden has Macross. I don't know about D and Alpha 3. I assume Alpha 3 has Macross, though I assume it mostly features 7? Frontier's in a bunch of SLWs. Like a whole bunch. For years, it was in, like, all the SLWs. I'm going to assume that C-ranked one is the one I'm not looking forward to.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。神経が研ぎ澄まされているのがわかる。行くぞ。
さ
It's a PSP, man. It barely had more power than the
地球へ
PSX.
向かう連絡シャトルを護衛しろ。
I believe we're escorting Misa at this point. I'm pretty sure she's on that
絶対
shuttle
に失敗するなよ。分かった
and has
か？
been engaged with talks with the UN because her father's a high-ranking UN official.
リガードが多数出現したぞ。直ちに迎撃しろ。
相手にとって不足はなし。
止まれた。もう逃げられんぞ。完全に目が
Talks with the UN about, as I said previously, trying to get the Macross refugees settled.
終わったか。
I was hoping that the Vita would essentially be a portable PS2 and have, like, PS2 emulation the way PSP had PS1 emulation, but that did not turn out to be the case. That would have been fucking sexy as hell.
一条注意。A3102 ポイントへ至急直行しろ。
了解。
Handheld PS2 is just, whoa, marvelous. Yeah, Sony really fucked up the Vita. Well, see, the thing is, it wasn't like UMD. You had the MS Pro Duo as the actual memory of the PSP, which was mildly proprietary. It was used in other formats, though, because it's used in cameras and whatnot. Yeah, the retardedly expensive proprietary memory cards for the Vita were part of the reason it died. I didn't mind, like...
リガン、無事に防衛目標を脱出させたようだな。
I didn't mind UMDs so much. The issue was the PSP couldn't read from them fast enough for, like, later games. Early on, when games were a couple of hundred meg at most, no worries. But when you started getting games that were, like 1.8 gig, like the maximum file size of UMD, you have real bad load time issues. I play with a 3000. The Model 1000 doesn't have video out. 3000 is the only one with the video out cable. You can, I think, use weird IR shell stuff, possibly, to video out from a 1000. But the best way to stream PSP stuff is video out via 3000, via the component cables.
腕が鳴るぜ。俺の獲物だ。
I think my 1000's in pieces.
見つけたぜ。
As is my 2000. Well, there's no 4000, but there was the Go, which was trash, and then there was the Street, which was double trash. Most people probably don't even remember that the Street exists. The Go probably at least maintains some memory buffer for people.
ごめんなさいと言え。
Ah, 3000. 3000 all the way. Was to recommend the PSP to anyone, I'd recommend the 3000. I'd pick the 3000 over.
ないな。思いっきり。
よし、もう少しだ。
3000 has the enhanced color depth screen. It has the 64 meg memory. It has the video out. It has the UMD drive, which I realize to a lot of people having the UMD drive doesn't matter, which is the thing to go through away. But for someone like me who rips his own ISOs, the UMD drive is important. That's the funny thing with the PSP though, is like you don't play even, like I own a heap of PSP games, but you don't play them on the UMD because the load times are fucking garbage. You rip the ISO. For years, even when I would buy like UMDs on launch, the first thing I would do was rip the ISO.
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
ファッションの差だよ。まあ当然の結果だな。
やれやれといったところか。
Do we step up to the VF1S at this time? I think we do. Especially for this stage. I'm just gonna step out for a second. I'll be right back. I don't think I actually have a Macross BLP image, do I? Not really. Oh, I do. This is not quite right, but it'll do. It is very relevant. Nearly forgot I had that. That was from the Alpha Guidance stream. Oh god. Oh god. Metroid attack. Please insert coin. Oh god.
スーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
テンション上がりっぱなしだ。楽しいなおい。ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。オッケー。
行くぞ、ついてこい。私が相手だ。
一つお手合わせ願いない。
In this mission, you face Max and Miria in Valkyrie mode,
本当？
Metroid mode, And girl walk mode.
見つけたぜ。
If they catch you out, this goes south very quickly.
面白い。
お、タフだね。
あの敵強い。
俺を満足させる奴はいないのか。
遊んでやるか。
見つけたぜ。
少しはやるようだな。
もう少し楽しもうぜ。
バカな。
いいじゃない。
行くぞ。
僕の好みのタイプだ。
やるな。
手は抜かなくていいぞ。
毒強と呼ばれたこの私を。
オーケー。熱いファイトだった。
Spicy mango curry. Mango curry would be sweet.
ごめんなさいと言え。
まだまだ。なんて力なんだ。
私に敗北は許されない。
美しい。バストは85ぐらい。意外と気痩せするタイプだな。しまった。
弱いな。しつこいやつだ。
まだ生きてるなんて。
やってくれるじゃないか。
私が負ける。そんなバカな。
いいじゃない。かっこよかったわよ。
ごめんなさいと言え。
なかなか手強い。
ご苦労だったな。貴様、なかなかの腕だな。
僕にも春が来たかな。
In the series, this is sort of
クールダウンしたら基地に戻る。
how
ま、
Max and Miriam meet, essentially. Playing video games in an arcade. Max absolutely whoops Miria, and then they proceed to have a knife fight. I'm not even kidding. It's the best animated knife fight of all time. Someone go find GIFs. That's actually from the episode there. That's That's Max in the chair, playing the game. That's actually the best I've ever done on that map. That was clean. As you saw before, the previous clear was a C rank. We're bumping that up to an A rank's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty okay with that.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。
いよいよ来る時が来たようだな。やらねばならん。総攻撃をかける。
ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。オッケー。
さあ、気を抜くなよ。
結婚式の当日に華々しく散るのもいいだろう。
作戦を開始しろ。
皮を叩いて中身を生かす。ミリア、僕の腕を見ていろ。
わかった。
Max, by the power of Max, just instantly converts Miria into an ally.
Let's
僕の戦い方、見逃してください。
I don't actually remember what's happening story-wise at this
強
point.
力な攻撃を仕掛けてくる恐れがあるぞ。
我々に試す人はいい度胸だ。
Because we're, like, far enough down the timeline at this point that we should be making friends with Breaktie, not still shooting him. I legit don't remember where we're up to. Well, I know roughly where we're up to, I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't actually remember if they dropped the Yakta culture in the original Macross or if that was a DYRL thing. Because the language of the Zentradi wasn't properly fleshed out until DYRL. In DYRL, they spoke in full Zentradi all the time. Well, not all the time, but like when they weren't speaking with humans, they spoke in Zentradi. Rather than Japanese. What's it with music-related things and making up their own language? Artanoico did that as well. I'd say it's a little more impressive in Artanoico because it's a language of song, which makes things all the more complicated, but like mad credit to them in Macross, it is a full fictional language with like full written alphabet and like proper language structure and vocalization and whatnot. Not a tomato, that's I think a tomato does. I think I don't know if it's spoken. I think it is. The angelic script in the Near Drakengard series, I think, is also a fully functional language. I believe that's the case.
なかなかの出来ってやつだな。
Actually, don't know if it's called angelic script in English because they removed all references to angels. Because all the bad guys in Drakengard 1 are angels in the original Japanese. Not literal angels, but they are called angels.
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできねえぜ。オッケー？行くぞ。ついてこい。作戦を開始します。行くぞミリア。
Are we already up to the end of the first arc?
おい、作戦開始だぞ。いよいよ決戦だぞ。グリ隊、アドクラス艦隊と協力してゴドル艦隊を撃破しろ。
Right, I think we just skipped a whole bunch of like making friends with the Zentradi. I'm not sure. I'm a little timeline confused. I think we're at their Star Forge. But I thought that didn't happen till later. 強大なエネルギー反応を確認。至急退避しろ。
攻め方だ。
熱源反応確認。ムージャデルガーだ。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。
No. We covered the bit with Max wooing Miria. That's an actual mission. The arcade game. One of the hardest missions in the game.
はっ、くすぐったいぜ。意外と優しいんだな。俺を驚かせたことだけ言いたい。
ああ、ついてないの。
オーケー。熱いファイトだった。
連中どう動くの？
Well, if Braytor is on our side, then yeah, we've definitely skipped a bunch of diplomacy. Well, the music is part of what won over
熱源反応確認。リガードだ。
the Braytai faction. The Macross attack itself is throwing Minmei onto
力は丸見えだぜ。
the deck of the Macross and having us sing at people as you charge, which is pretty fucking badass. Like, I don't like Minmei. Minmei got a lot of faults, but the Macross attack is fucking badass. Lost health bar Regals.
僕も負けてられないな。
友軍が来たぞ。熱源反応確認。クアドランローだ。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。ごめんなさい。はっ、くすぐったいぜ。オーケー。熱いファイトだった。
良い夢だ。
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
作戦成功だ。
心配はしてなかったわよ。あなたを信じてるんですもの。
A fair bit of damage in that one. It was getting a little dicey. Okay, I think we're post...
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
Spaceball 1 at this
コンディショ
point?
ンも最高だ。
Yeah, 2 years later.
ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。
行くぞ、ついてこい。
一部のゼントラーリー
So there's
チ
a
ンが
lot
ボー
of
トと化して暴れている。
After blowing up the main Zentradi fleet,
作戦を始めるんだ。
they accepted
作
all
戦
the
が始まる。
remaining
しっかり
Zentradi
と結果を残
as
せよ。
refugees, essentially. But peace did not last long, because the Zentradi are bred for war. So a lot of them, it really didn't work. Also, the Zentradi fleet towards the end of the battle, or not, sorry, towards the start of the battle, glassed most of the planet, so a lot of humanity is also dead. Things are actually really quite bad situationally at the moment. Not as bad as DYRL, where the planet gets like totally glassed in the opening act. But yeah, shit's pretty bad. Most of humanity's dead. A lot of the Zentradi are dead, and people are having difficulty getting along. We're currently just sort of out putting down rebel Zentradi. Not even, it's not even like a faction, it's just small, like, groups of rebel Zentradi. We're essentially just police. We're merkin police. If you've never seen the original Macross, I'm really not doing the story a lot of justice. It is actually a really good series and worth watching. I could not recommend it highly enough. Even with its like agedness, it's still really good. It doesn't have the issues of the original Gundam, having a lot of like really derp moments, and it doesn't ever, I think, have like Monster of the Week episodes or anything like that. It did have some wonky budget issues, which makes the story get a little weirdly paced. So, it was originally going to be canned, and then it was doing so well that they increased the budget so that it run for 2 seasons, and then after getting the green lit for the sort of second half, the sort of the pseudo second season, episode like 29 through 50 essentially, they got the budget pulled from under them. So what you get is the first sort of 28 episodes as a complete arc, which is essentially Space War 1, and then you get the time skip into the post Space War 1 plot, which then it's actually really interesting stuff. I really like the idea of a post-war story in this sort of a setup, but because it gets the budget cut, they end up having to wrap it up real quick, and it does feel very rushed. In the last few episodes, things just kind of come to a head because they had to come to a head.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。テンション上がりっぱなしだ。楽しいな、おい。
Now we're off to recover the enemy Starforge. Now, the reason this is called Cormelia Attack is because Max and Milia are the worst parents. They have taken, as there's a 2-year time gap, so they had a Babu, and for some reason, they have Babu with them on this mission in a pod in their plane, or one of their planes.
集中力を切らさないようにしろよ。
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。
To be fair, Miria not having any kind of parenting instinct makes perfect sense. The fact that she can breed at all is just a leftover genetic... I wouldn't call it a hiccup, but just like a bit of leftover genetics.
Okay. 熱いファイトだった。
悪くない腕前だな、お前。
There's a good scene actually where Misa asks to hold Cormiria, and Miria just fucking throws her at him. Just toss the child. Yeah, I saw Digimon Survive delayed till 2020. That I fully expected. The people that were still thinking it was going to be a 2019 release were fucking wishing upon a star there. That wasn't going to happen. We are playing this game in memory of Macross, and in recognition of all the things we will never get in the West because of fucking Harmony Gold. And I really like this game. An excuse to play Triangle Frontier is a good excuse. This is just a one-shot stream. This is just going to be, we'll clear the SDF campaign, and I'll call it a night.
Oh, 逃げられんぞ。痛みは伝わんねえぞ。俺を満足させる奴はいないのか。
良い腕だ。
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。敵艦内へ潜入しろ。作戦を開始しろ。
Again, we're raiding the enemies. Essentially Starforge. How do you explain, like, I realize Starforge is probably not a great term to use since it's a Star Wars specific term that's non-canon. Robotech is the bastardization of Macross. The original... Okay, how to put this? Robotech is... three different, mostly different anime series smashed together. It's the original SDF Macross is the Macross Saga of Robotech. Southern Cross is the Robotech Masters Saga of Robotech, and the Invid Saga is Genesis Climber Mospedo. The Harmony Gold originally licensed all three shows and smashed them together to make one big show. Credit where it's due, their adaptation of the Macross Saga is mostly accurate except for anything to do with the
これ
protoculture.
からも頼むぞ。
Is that door fucking with me? That door's fucking with me. The reason this stream is happening today is because unfortunately Harmony Gold got an extension on their license for the original robot and character designs from the original Macross, which basically prevents Western release of anything Macross related because they have to go through Harmony Gold as a sub-license, and they just literally sit on the license to make money from it. It's not worth it to anyone. The last company that tried was ADV. They did a redub, re-release of the original Macross without any of the like changes, so like a proper direct translation and redub, and ADV went out of business. I actually have that DVD box set. That might actually be worth something these days, since ADV is dead. That's actually also a really interesting dub, and it's rare that you'll ever hear me say that, because the voice actor for Minmay, the Japanese voice actor for Minmay, did her English voices because she can speak English. So for that, the ADV dub of Macross, Minmay is actually voiced by her Japanese voice actor in English.
やれやれといったところか。
This is where people that haven't been around for a long time discover that I am in fact a big Macross nerd.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパーク装備を許可してやる。
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。
Yeah, press F, pour one out for the boys, all that. Ah, Kamjin's waifu! I can't even remember her name. One of the Zentradi remnant. We will meet her later, I think.
あれが防衛目標だ。防衛しろ。
So in this is one of the weirdest changes. In Macross, these tanks we're protecting now are the micronization tanks, which are used to essentially shrink Zentradi down to human size, because the Zentradi and humans are basically the same, just big. And the micronization tanks allow you to either shrink a Zentradi down to human size, or basically gigantize a human into Zentradi size. And the Zentradi rebels are trying to capture all the micronization tanks as a way to free their brothers from oppression of being shrunk. As I said, it actually is quite interesting, the post-war stuff. It makes for a really interesting plot. But in Robotech, these micronization tanks were referred to as protoculture tanks, which makes no sense if you think about it. Because for some reason in Robotech, protoculture is not protoculture, it is in fact an energy source. And these tanks were protoculture generators. Turns out I'm not just a Macross nerd, I also know I'm a Robotech. Yes, this is a PSP game. It's a very good game. I like it a lot. Highly recommend. A lot of fun. I never read any extended universe stuff for Robotech. I only know the original Macross Saga, Masters Saga, Infant Saga. That is all I've ever had to do with Robotech. Yes, this game covers everything pre-Delta, including Macross 2. So this has Zero, Original, DYRL, plus 7, Frontier, Frontier Movie 1, but not Frontier Movie 2, unfortunately.
応援目標がダッシュされたぞ。
We're both just iframing each other. This is one of the few games that Macross 2 is in.
デストロイド大国第8、第17戦隊壊滅。他にも損害多数。まだやれるぜ。手は抜かなくていいぞ。
Yeah, now the Zentradi rebels aren't just random mobs of angry Zentradi. It's a full-on rebel faction led by
じゃ
cant.
ない。かっこよかったわよ。どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
ミッションコンプリート。さあ帰ろう。俺たちの場所へ。
作戦完了。帰還する。
Honestly, post Space War 1 would be a really good setting just for a game or an RPG or anything. You can wonk about with the tech a bit, you can bring in some of the odd stuff like the VF3.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可してやる。
期待だけじゃねえ。俺のコンディションも最高だ。 ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。オッケー。
行くぞ。ついてこい。
ゼントラーディの一軍が人質
Yeah,
の
basically,
戦隊の席を要求している。
Basically.
デストロイド隊と協力して撃破しろ。作戦を開始しろ。ちょっと不安もあるけど、私も一生懸命頑張るわ。
見つけたぜ。
Now, you can play as a monster in this game, it just has a similar issue to that of the original Macross. It's very slow, and I believe the monster doesn't have mode change. I think that's not to the conic monster, but it has flight mode.
熱源反応確認。
It does have multiple nukes, for what it's worth.
捕らえた。もう逃げられんぞ。
It has been a while, sir. Where have you been? Huh? This is this is cool as fuck. Conjun riding a monster. So good. Macross Plus lore, no, that's pretty good, because that shit's confusing as fuck. Which, it's intentionally so, because of the way the story is told. Oh man. Are you, like, restricting yourself to specific period Sentai, or just everything? Because everything, that's a lot of Sentai, man. That's a lot of Sentai.
調子に乗るなよ。手は抜かなくていいぞ。
Ones that you find interesting, yeah, fair enough. That's a good way to go. If you enjoy Sentai, highly recommend Kamen Rider, just like all of it.
これくらいハードのうちさ。
いいじゃない。かっこよかったわよ。
優しいんだな。
Press the button! Oh my god!
ごめんなさいと言え。
いいじゃない。かっこよかったわよ。
Yes, this is very gaijin friendly. This is a very easy game to play. I'll throw a link in the chat for the menu translations. It's very straightforward.
やれやれといったところか。
Yeah, it's not a complicated game by any means. Which one's Kiryu Range is fairly recent? Yeah. I don't keep up much with the Sentai. I keep up a little bit with the Rider, but not much on the Sentai. The last Sentai I saw was... Okay, technically the last Sentai I saw was Akiba Ranger, but that doesn't count. I fucking love Akiba Ranger. The last Sentai I saw was Kaizoku Sentai, which was very good. Really highly enjoyed. Gokaga.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパーク装備を許可してやる。
テンション上がりっぱなしだ。楽しいなおい。ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。オッケー。
行くぞ。ついてこい。
バルキリー東部パトロール隊マックスミリア隊に次ぐ。ハムジン一家の目的は反応エンジンのダッシュにあると推測される。
I think story-wise at the moment there's a bunch of like the love triangle drama going on between
了解。
Misa Hikaru and Minmei.
セントラーディの一軍から工場と反応エンジンを守るんだ。
Hikaru almost
おい、作戦開始だぞ。
settles on Misa, and then Minmei
私も
comes
一生
back
懸命頑張るわ。
and makes things complicated for a bit.
強力な攻撃方法を持った敵が接近しているぞ。
I believe this is where she finally tells Kaifun to go fuck himself, which was nice.
こっちからは丸見えだぜ。オーケー。熱いファイトだった。
やりますね。
熱源反応確認。クアドランローだ。
Buy something in the shop? Sure. After this. I should have money enough to pick up anything. I don't even know.
攻撃を受けているぞ。
The question is, do I reset the shop until we get Cheryl?
敵の増援だ。強力な攻撃に注意しろ。
攻撃目標捕捉。
見つけたぜ。
God damn it. In the Super's Tango, he who shoots last wins. Because the iframes will wear out later.
大丈夫か。
はっ、くすぐったいぜ。ようやく敵として認識してきた。
今まで危ないわ。
オーケー。熱いファイトだった。
僕も負けてられないな。
I don't remember if I've got the healing one equipped or the
敵が反応エンジンを持ち出した。逃走阻止。
debuff one.
何しよう。攻め方だ。とっておきを見せてやる。調子に乗るなよ。もう少し楽しもうぜ。このしっかりが。
It's quite cool that the like one of the special type attacks in this is the song attack, and they have different effects, and depending on like obviously which utahime you use, you get different songs that play.
貴様、なかなかの腕だな。
任務完了だ。
しばらくこの微熱は冷めそうにない。クールダウンしたら基地に戻る。以上。
やれやれといったところか。
このシェリルノームが
Hey,
店番
nice
し
with
て
that
るの
show.
よ。ありがたがりなさい。
Have I got all the basic shit unlocked? Because this is just buy tuning points. How do the upgrades work? I can explain that in a bit once like I go to like an upgrade menu. I'm not sure what these are.
買うわよね。買ってくれたお礼をご購入ありがとうございました。
I don't have a lot of the
絶対言わないわよ。
a lot of the 7 stuff unlocked. Which makes sense.
買う。
But why don't I have clan?
さすが私の
Wait, I had Lolly clan, but not full clan.
ご購入ありがとうございました。なんて絶対言わないわよ。さすが買ってくれたお礼を一応言っとかなきゃね。ありがとう。ご購入ありがとうございました。ご購入ありがとうございました。なんて買ってくれたお礼を
I don't know if these are like unlocked for multiplayer use or something.
買ってくれたお礼を一応言っとかなきゃね。ありがとう。
That might be it. 'Cause that's like the Vajra basic units. And now here's a bunch of
絶対言わ
the
ないわよ。
like generic stuff.
私を待たせるなんていい別さすが私のとね
I'm surprised there's well, apart from like 7 music, I'm surprised there's music I don't have unlocked.
買ってくれたさすがご購入ありが買ってくれたお礼を一応ご購入あり買ってくれたお礼をご購入ありがとうございました。
I don't know what happens when the shop
絶
levels
対
up.
言わないわよ。さすが私のとご購入ありがとうございました。
I don't know if it's a case of like when the shop levels up, it unlocks new stuff to buy. I haven't mucked about with the shop in this for a long time.
ご購入ありがとうございました。買ってくれた買ってくれたお礼ご購入あり買ってくれたお礼を一応言っとかなきゃね。ありがとう。
So just tuning.
ちょっと早く買いなさいよ。私を待たせ
I don't
る
even
な
know
んて
what these are.
いい度胸じゃない。
Actually, do I have translations? Let me check.
So そんなに私と一緒にいたいの？ちょっと早く買いなさいよ。
Okay, yeah. So I am right. If you level up the shop, it does. Okay.
ちょっと早く買いなさいよ。買うわよ。なんで買わないのか、私にはさっぱりわからないわ。
Yeah, the spending more does unlock more.
そんなに私と一緒にいたいの？ ちょっと早く買いなさいよ。
I think this is just wallpapers. Yeah. Oh my god.
そんなに私と一緒にいたいの？絶対無事に帰ってきて、また店に来なさい。
Anyway, after that distraction, we do. So I can set the BGMs, like the BGMs that we unlocked there. I can now set on any map. Anyway, we'll do the final map and finish this out. Instead of wasting everyone's time shopping.
今日のミッションは一線を越えられそうだぜ。ここまで来たらもう後戻りはできないぜ。
行くぞ、ついてこい。
So this is final episode of the original SDF Macross. Kamjin and his waifu have got a Zentradi battleship and are charging the mostly defenseless Macross city. Well, not defenseless in the lack of weapons sense, but the fact that it is currently sort of a down-powered installation? I don't specifically remember. It's being used as a centerpiece in a city. And Kamjin is attempting to ram it as a sort of symbol. Take out the Macross.
OK。熱いファイトだった。僕も負けられないな。捕らえた。もう逃げられんぞ。
In my defense, it has been quite a while since I last watched the original Macross, so some of the finer points of detail are a bit sketchy. But essentially, Kamjin and his waifu are charging Macross. The reason I keep including his waifu bit is because it's important, because he starts to get a bit human with having a waifu. And it's sort of part of what makes him go mad even more. Is that the proto-culture is affecting him.
これより手法を発射します。直ちに敵艦付近より退去せよ。手法発射。
そのまま突っ込め。
敵艦未だ健在だ。
Yeah, see, now this makes a bit more sense scene-wise.
作戦を開始します。
おい、作戦開始だぞ。
I suppose at the end of the day, what, like, questioning anything to do with canon and Macross. Very awkward road to take. You stop for a second, you get pounded.
どうやら目標を撃破できたようだ。
しばらくこの微熱は冷めそうにない。クールダウンしたら基地に戻る。以上。
作戦完了。帰還する。
And that is the end of the original SDF campaign. Kamjin fails to destroy what essentially becomes a city installation. The SDF-1 no longer acts as a main battleship, but instead acts as the centerpiece of Macross City. Those of you familiar with Macross Plus will be well aware of the next time Macross City becomes important. Things go badly. I think that's it, really. Yeah. The things seem a little awkward. I don't know if that's quite the right word. Just because we're playing through mission mode rather than through, like, directed story mode, but I can't remember how to put it back into directed story mode. Oh, that's not the right thing. That's the wrong button entirely. Yeah, I'll be packing the stream up in a second half. It's not even a normal stream night tonight. This is just... I just wanted to do some Macross. Because fuck you, Harmony Gold. Yes, that one. For those curious, this, like, roughly the normal time tonight, doing the usual Super Robo Sunday. We'll be continuing on with, and as much as I like you, Cheryl, and I do much like the Cheryl music, I'm trying to talk. Yeah, Super Robo Sunday will be on tonight. We'll be continuing Super Robot Wars 3. Yeah. Please look forward to it. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Remember, fuck you, Harmony Gold!